to success? I think so. Let's take a look at how proper nutrition can relate to increased learning capabilities.
I eat breakfast when I have time to eat breakfast, which is usually pretty often because I'm an early bird.
Yes, I eat breakfast.
Do you eat breakfast, Mr. Petit?
Actually, I don't. My schedule happens to, uh, how can I say, intrude upon my eating habits.
No, not really actually. I don't eat it ever. I usually wake up and just go right into my day.
Are you somebody that eats breakfast?
Every now and then.
I eat healthy cereal sometimes. A lot of times I eat Frosted Flakes, I'm not going to lie. But I like Wheaties with a little sugar.
How does that make you feel throughout the day?
Good. A lot of energy.
Do you ever have to skip breakfast?
Sometimes, but I always bring something on the go.
What happens when you eat breakfast?
A little more like energetic, ready for the day. When I don't, I'm more tired during the day.
Usually throughout the day, I'm really tired. I notice I get really wore out, and a lot of times when I get, back from classes and stuff, I just fall asleep and take naps all the time.
Well, I do feel a little bit tired, but I still get it done regardless. I still have time for lunch and dinner, so that keeps the energy flowing, keeps the energy going.
Personally, I can speak from both sides of the fence. As a youngster, I used to eat a lot of junk food. This made me very hyperactive in school. I was not very engaged in my learning. I was distracting others. Then, finally, I noticed through high school and college, as I started to eat better, I started to feel better and perform better. My grades were a lot better, and I was just able to really focus. So eating great is really great. In terms of nutrition, what you eat is just as important as the fact that you do eat something at all. So, in college, you're probably used to eating something like maybe a candy bar for breakfast, pizza rolls for dinner, and then snacking on something like Flamin' Hot Cheetos. However, if you put that same amount of money, you can get a nutritional option that's going to leave you feeling great. Instead of eating that candy bar, have an apple in the morning. It's got natural sugar that's going to keep you feeling energetic throughout the day. Salmon is a well-known brain food. It's going to help you power through any type of focus problems you might have. And a healthy snack alternative is peanuts. It's got plenty of protein. It's going to give you the energy and long-lasting confidence throughout the entire day.
Well, right now I do adjunct teaching. I teach a beginning health class. But right now I went back to school. I'm working on a master's in nutrition. I'm in my second year. I'm going to take 3 years to do this. A little bit older, and I just need a little bit more time for some things. And I'm looking in food insecurity. That's one of the specialties I'm going into. My thesis project is more, instead of teaching kids about nutrition, which seems to be everybody's approach with food insecurity, I'm going kind of backwards and working with the parents, teaching them how to budget and helping them make sure they take advantage of all the programs they qualify for. Because there's a lot of help out there, but you've got to be able to apply. And a lot of the applications are very tedious. They have different poverty levels, which confuses people. It'd be like, I got this, why couldn't I get this? It's because they use different poverty levels. So, and my goal is to have people free up money that they could spend on better quality food. Because it does cost more for better quality food.
Do you eat breakfast every day?
Yes, I do.
What do you usually have?
Usually have eggs and toast. Sometimes fruit, sometimes cereal, sometimes oatmeal. But breakfast is too important.
How does that affect you throughout the rest of the day?
I'm able to function. If I didn't eat breakfast, my stomach would I can imagine a child who doesn't eat. Because when I don't eat breakfast, my stomach really hurts and I feel bad. Your blood sugar drops, you're able to, I can't focus as much. So I can just imagine what a child is like doing that.
So why is it essential, and what are some ways that students can improve their eating habits?
Well, college students, as you know, need to improve their eating habits because they tend to not eat. They tend to eat once a day, or they tend to eat a lot of junk. It would help, especially if you're in the dorms and you've already got a meal plan, take advantage of the meal plan. If you did just breakfast and dinner and just grab a quick snack like an apple or an orange for lunch, that would be better. And kids in school, a lot of the kids get breakfast and lunch at school, and that's the only meal they get. So when they come to breakfast the next day, they haven't had anything since lunch before. Some of the schools have what's called a backpack program because they take food home for the weekends. because a lot of kids have no food on the weekends. It's more complicated than simply telling people what to eat. It's a lot more complicated than that. There's a lot of dynamics. I mean, when you're dealing with somebody in poverty, they're putting out fires. They're in crisis mode. And doing preventable things is not there. You know, they're worried about getting food to the kids. It's like we helped last year with one of the backpack programs. And Ms. Miller was just appalled at the food. She says, this is some really gross food. I said, you're just trying to get something in the belly. So sometimes if you observe like a school breakfast, you won't like some of the things you see. It's going to be Pop-Tart kind of crap. You know, just to be honest with you. It's going to be that kind of thing. So you might want to see, but the whole idea is you're getting something in their stomach. I mean, it'd be wonderful if a kid could have fresh fruit several times a day, fresh vegetables several times a day. That would be wonderful, but most kids do not have access. And there's a lot of reasons why. Part of it is the food stamps don't last as long enough. Part of it is they live in a food desert where there isn't a place to buy it. There's places in the county that people live that there's no place to buy fresh fruit or fresh vegetables. And if they're relying on things from a food pantry, that's just emergency food to fill up calories, and it's very high in starch. So it's going to be real high in carbohydrates and fat.
Basically, it's most important just to get something in the system.
It's just
get
get something in.